We're going to talk a little bit about fitness today. As you guys can see, I probably look quite different compared to last year. I'll even throw up a clip right now of what I used to look like last year at this exact time. So I would say the major thing, the major reason why I wanted to get into fitness is basically when you're out hunting, dude, and you're always walking the hills or whatever, dragging a deer, and you're out of breath, this shit sucks. And ultimately, when people call you fat, and you're running a business about American pride and everything, I felt like it was a duty of mine to really dial in my diet and really hit the weights pretty hard. Yeah, it's been a major difference in my own life. It's always been kind of like this for me where I'll get really fit and then I'll get really fat and then I'll get really fit and then I'll get really fat. I'll get really fit and I'll get really fat. And ultimately at the end of the day, it has to do with your habits. And one of my habits that I've had throughout my entire life is always eating like shit. That's how I've always coped with stress in life, is just eating. People have porn addictions, sex addictions, all of these different things, all these vices, drugs, alcohol. Mine's always been food. So my thought philosophy is if I can just dial in my diet and not eat fast food, I'll get to where I want to be. And that's what has happened. Now, I will let you know that it has been a very hard journey. I've been going at it for over a year now. I've lost, I don't know, how much would you say I lost, Cody?
Compared to last year,
Yeah.
I would say probably 30, 40 pounds.
30, 40 pounds?
Maybe 50.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I feel like I lost 80. 80
You
or
could
so.
have.
Yeah.
I
I don't know either. I
don't
haven't.
know your weight that was before
Yeah.
till now.
And
So,
I haven't weighed myself at all. And that's one of the biggest things, that has helped me is just don't even fucking weigh yourself. Just put in the work and just keep going at it and making sure you're working every day. But anyways, here's what I wanted to talk about. Here's my point. How much it has changed my life when it comes to hunting and just overall general life. Like I said, I would always struggle with walking through the woods, feeling out of breath, climbing trees, not feeling strong. When you're wearing a heavy backpack and you're trying to climb a tree and you're really overextending yourself when it comes to a climbing stick and you just barely get your foot up on the peg, I would have a hard time pulling myself up. And I just got sick and tired of it. And I feel like if you guys are going through the same struggles, you guys can accomplish the same thing that I've accomplished, and it only gets better. And my overall hunting ability has skyrocketed. Now I'm able to walk the woods without being out of breath. I can climb the trees with no effort. I'm more comfortable in a saddle, way more comfortable. It is exponentially improved when it comes to comfort in a saddle. Just because when you're in a saddle, you don't have all the fat rolls and everything pinching and scrunching up against your own body. You don't have those hot spots. And I can say that from my own experience. It's definitely improved tremendously. And I want you guys to do the same. If you guys are struggling, if you guys want to begin your own journey, you can do it. It just takes one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, day in and day out. And my biggest advice to any of you guys is just making sure you stay away from your vices. If it is fast food, like mine was, and it still is, I still fuck up from time to time, but mine is fast food. So if my vice is fast food, and I want to have a cheat meal from my hard work throughout the entire week, I'm not going to go to fast foods. You need to stay away from it, whatever it is. If I'm going to have a cheat meal throughout the week, and my vice, my addiction is fast food, I'm not going to eat fast food. I fuck up from time to time, like I always do. Everybody does that, but stay away from it. Fucking have a cheat meal at home, eat some Oreos, eat a pizza, a homemade pizza, whatever it is. Just stay away from your own vice and making sure that you lift heavy weights. So there's the number one tip. Just making sure you're eating more clean. And number 2, weight loss and fitness in general is very fucking basic. This is what you do. You find your maintenance calories, okay? Your maintenance calories is how much your body needs to just survive without gaining weight or losing weight. Mine is right around like 2,500, okay? If I want to lose fat, the only way to lose fat is to be in a caloric deficit. So that means I have to eat below my maintenance calories. So if my maintenance calories is 2,500 calories per day, I'm going to have to eat less than 2,500. I generally eat right around 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. And sometimes I eat whatever I want and I still lose weight. You can eat Big Macs all day if you want. As long as you're underneath your maintenance calories, you're going to lose weight. You're not going to feel the best. That's why people, suggest that you should eat healthy so you can feel good while you're working out and everything else in between. But you're going to lose weight if you're in your caloric deficit. So those are my 2 tips. Just making sure you guys do that. And I want to bring my buddy in here. Get behind the camera just so they can hear you. Ask me like 2 questions. Give me a question that you've wondered yourself that could apply to other people.
Well, from my standpoint, it has improved your ability to walk through the woods and everything from my standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to know how it feels.
How it feels? That's a good question. Well, it feels amazing. Okay, so I'll tell you this: going through it, dude, going through the workouts, going through the dieting, it sucks. It really does suck. It fucking sometimes it's depressing. Sometimes all you want to do is a pizza, or all you want to do is to eat a pizza or McDonald's or whatever. But at the end of the day, when you stick to your plan, bro, and you lay your head down at night, you're actually happy. You're legitimately happy. And that's what makes happiness, dude, is going through the struggles and going through the hard times. But how I feel is awesome. I feel more confident in myself. I feel way more confident, especially with the ladies. Like, I know I have a girlfriend and everything, but just walking through Walmart or something with a tight shirt on and I feel good and I look good and there's fucking girls looking at you and shit, feels good. It feels good. So there's that. And then me and you were out in the woods when was that? Last month?
Yeah.
I was walking through the woods, no problem. I was feeling good and everything. You admitted
as I was out of breath. Granted, I have asthma.
Yeah.
And I smoke, and that doesn't combine.
Yeah.
I'm out of breath.
I know.
I can't hardly move because of that. My legs get tired easy.
I know.
Because I don't get out and do exercises and everything. Mm-hmm. I'd like to, but I don't.
I know. But that's the thing. That's what makes me feel good, is knowing that I can beat you in certain areas like that. I'm a competitive motherfucker. Everybody's competitive, dude. Everybody in this world is competitive, and you'd be a liar to sit here and say that does not make you feel good. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I can outrun people, outlift people, out-eat people, like just eating, healthier. And ultimately, all that shit combined, where you're eating good and you're lifting weights and you're losing weight and you're feeling good and you're looking good, your discipline rises, your confidence rises, everything in life feels awesome, bro. And you feel unstoppable. And that momentum just keeps on going and going and going. And also another thing is with weightlifting, when you see progress, it's fucking addictive. You just want to keep going. It makes me feel good, dude. So what is one last question before we
on how you got to lose your weight?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done fasting?
I do it every day.
Where you don't eat for 4 days or a week.
Yes. Yep.
Now,
What about fasting?
I've read up that it's bad for you to do that a lot. So how many times a day do you do that?
Well, you can
Or
only
how
do
many
fast
how many times a month or a year do you do that?
or like a week. Okay, so here's the thing. I'll give you guys a little tip. I shouldn't be showing you guys game, but this is what I do. So fasting is essentially you not eating food or anything with caloric value and just drinking water. Okay, so right now I'm fasted. I haven't ate since yesterday at, what was it, 9 p.m., 10 p.m.? I haven't ate since 10 p.m. It's now 12. I haven't ate yet. I haven't ate breakfast. I haven't done anything other than drink water and drink this energy drink. So fasting, I think it's I think it's really healthy for you, to be honest.
Well, see, here's the thing. I only eat once a day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat throughout the day because I don't get hungry.
Yeah.
It feels like my stomach is small.
Yeah.
So I only eat dinner, and most of the time I haven't eaten 2 days because of that.
Okay.
So,
but you're still out of shape.
Yeah,
and you're
I'm still
why.
out of shape. Sometimes I do get out and go on walks, hikes, whatever. But for whatever reason, I've done it for 2 years straight, and I still weigh the same.
You want me to tell you why? You don't have a lifestyle that involves physical activity. So you remember how I was telling you about your caloric maintenance? People that don't do any sort of physical activity is going to have a really small caloric maintenance level. So like mine, I'm very active. I'm landscaping. I run a landscaping business. I'm always lifting weights. I'm always running. My caloric maintenance level and my energy expenditure is going to be way higher than yours, you know? So your caloric maintenance level, just to not lose weight or gain weight, it might be only 1,500 calories. So like as soon as you eat above 1,500 calories, you're gaining weight no matter what. And if you're eating just only 1,500 calories, you're not changing at all. And 1,500 calories sounds like a lot, but bro, that's not a lot at all. That is, I eat that in one meal. That's why I only eat like one meal a day. So that's why you could possibly be not losing weight, because you're not putting any sort of physical activity into your regimen. You need to be, here's the thing, you can diet and do all this shit all you want. If you diet really good, yeah, you're going to lose weight. You're not going to tone out. You're not going to get defined. You're not going to get any bigger. You need to have some sort of physical activity in. It could be walking. It could be running. It could be body weight exercises. It could be weightlifting. You need to start somewhere. And from at that starting point, that's when you start to build your caloric maintenance level. That's where your body will start naturally burning off way more energy, because your body's like, oh fuck, I haven't ran or lifted in over a year. Now I'm drained. Fuck, okay, let's up our body energy and start burning more calories because we need to.
Well, even when I was doing home remodeling, only eating once a day,
mm-hmm.
I still wasn't losing anything. I was moving here, moving there,
mm-hmm.
up, down the stairs all day long, digging holes that shakes your entire body.
Yeah.
I've done everything.
Okay.
And I still couldn't lose weight.
Yep.
I still weigh the same as I did when I was doing home remodeling every single day.
You want me to tell you? Here's the thing. I've done this myself, and I'm telling you, bro, this is fucking science and everything. You think you're not eating a lot. You think that. You truly think that. Oh, I only ate one meal here and that was it. But I'm telling you, just on a lot of these junk foods and all these foods in general in the supermarket, they're so caloric dense that one serving is way less than what you think. So in reality, you're eating like 2 or 3 servings of this certain food, and it has a lot of calories in it, and you're just eating way more calories than what you actually think you are. And plus, you also don't account for the snacking that you do throughout the day, the condiments, everything that you put in your mouth has some sort of calorie to it. And if you don't track your calories, you're never gonna know how much you actually eat in a day. So you're gonna be sitting there wondering, fuck, I'm not eating that much and I'm not losing any weight. Well, in reality, the reason why you're not losing any weight is because you're eating more calories, bro. Like you don't think you are, but if you sat there and tracked it, everything, you would see that, oh fuck, I am eating a lot more calories than what I'm burning. Truly, like you can sit here and say to me, I only eat once a day. Well, what about the peanut butter sandwiches at nighttime? Okay, think about that. Just one peanut butter sandwich. For fucking peanut butter, it says 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon for 70 calories or whatever it is. 1 tablespoon. That's that much. How many tablespoons are you putting on that peanut butter sandwich? You're probably putting 5 to 6 tablespoons. Okay? So what's 5 times 70? That's 350 calories. So hold on. That's just the peanut butter. What about the bread? Bread, one slice of bread is usually 70 calories. That's 140 calories just for 2 slices of bread. So 140 calories plus your 350 calories for your peanut butter. That's like a 600 calorie sandwich. That's just one sandwich. Imagine you eat 4 of those with a lifestyle that isn't active. Yeah, you're going to be gaining weight. You're not going to be losing anything. What people don't realize is all the small shit that adds up big time. Because what I do every day is super I'm super conscious of what I put in my mouth. And like you said, pop, dude. Pop is a huge one. How many pops do you think you drink in a day?
We get 18 packs. My mom drinks it as well, but not as much as I do. I drink at least 10 cans a day.
Okay. How many calories are in a can of Mountain Dew? 140 calories, right?
I don't know for sure. It'd probably be more.
Yes. Okay. Let's just sit. I think it's like 200 or
For Mountain Dew, yes.
Yes. Okay. So you said you drink 10, right?
Just about, yes.
Okay, 200. That's 2,000 calories in liquid in one day. I eat that in a day. You drink that. That's just drinks. That's just you just trying to fucking stay hydrated, bro. When you drink that is literally that is what I eat an entire day. So you're drinking 2,000 calories on top of the food, the snacks, the ketchups, the fuck everything, dude. So in reality, people can sit here and say, I'm not eating a lot, and I'm still not losing weight. It's fucking bullshit. Because if you accounted for the drinks, the little condiments that you put on your burgers, the cheeses, the fucking spices, like not spices, but Parmesan cheese, the bread, the butter, the everything, the olive oil, you will quickly realize how much you are actually eating in a day. So that's literally it. That's the name of the game. If you want to get in shape, just mind your calories, track everything, find your maintenance calories minus 2,500, and deduct that. Go eat below that. And once you start eating below that, and not even just eating, drinking, because you got to account for the drinks. Once you go below that number, that's when you start to lose weight. And it's just one foot in front of the other, day after day after day, and it sucks ass. But as time just keeps going on, you're gonna lose the weight. And here I'm gonna end it with this thing. I want you guys to keep this in mind. You have 2 options in life. You can either suffer as a disciplined person, looking fit, strong as fuck, looking good as fuck, and killing life and building businesses or advancing in your career and learning new skills. You can you can either suffer with discipline or you can suffer with laziness. Time is going to move forward anyways. It doesn't matter. So which one are you choosing? Do you want to suffer and feel good, or do you want to suffer and be a fat fuck? Which one? Because at the end of the day, that's it. That's all you got. There is no in between. It's 2 options. You either suffer with discipline or you suffer with laziness. And you get to choose those 2. You get to choose them. You choose it. And once you choose it, that's the path you're going to be on. I chose a disciplined lifestyle. I want you guys to do the same. And if you guys feel like, if you guys are representing Bullpath, I want you guys to all be fit. I want you to be pulling bad bitches. I want you doing everything you possibly can to become better than all these other motherfuckers, okay? because that makes me look good and it makes you guys look good. So that's it. Become a better hunter. Get fit, get disciplined. That's how I achieved it. Very simple. If you guys need help with that, just reach out.